You know, some baseball games, they're just games. But every once in a while, a game comes along that becomes a legend. Today, we're diving into one of those, a single World Series contest that pushed players, fans, and the very limits of the sport into totally unforgettable territory. This wasn't just a game, it was an absolute epic.
And I'm not kidding about the limits. We're talking 6 hours and 39 minutes. That isn't just a long game. It's an endurance test. It's a marathon of pure tension that went on longer than most epic movies.
So what makes the difference? What turns a game that just drags on forever into a true, unforgettable classic? Well, that's the question we're going to answer. Because it's about way more than just the time on the clock. It's about the legendary moments that fill every single one of those hours.
Okay, so let's set the stage, because you really couldn't have written it better. It's Game 3 of the 2025 World Series. You've got the Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers all tied up, 1 game apiece. The series has just moved to Dodger Stadium. So this isn't just another game, this is the pivotal tiebreaker. Everything's on the line.
And then you look at who's on the mound. I mean, check out this matchup. For the Jays, you have the 41-year-old legend himself, Max Scherzer, who's seen it all with over 30 postseason games. And going up against him is the Dodgers' ace, Tyler Glasnow, a superstar right in the middle of his prime. It's the perfect battle, crafty old-school experience versus just pure electric power.
Right from the very first pitch, this game just refused to let anyone catch their breath. There was no settling in, no feeling things out. It was just an immediate, relentless fight for control.
And just look at this. This timeline shows the beautiful chaos of it all. The Dodgers get out to an early 2-0 lead. You think they might have control, but nope. The Blue Jays storm right back with 4 runs to take the lead themselves. Then the Dodgers immediately tie it up. The Blue Jays claw back in front, 5-4. And then the Dodgers tie it up again. 5 lead changes in just 7 innings. It was like every time one team landed a punch, the other one was right there to answer back.
And then, silence. The scoring just completely dried up. The game stretched into extra innings, and the whole story of the game just flipped. It wasn't about offense anymore. It was all about defense, about heart-stopping plays and moments of unbelievable pressure.
And here we have our first absolutely game-saving moment. It's the top of the 10th. The Blue Jays rip a double into the right field corner, and the go-ahead run is being waved home. He's charging for the plate, but then out of nowhere, Dodgers right fielder Teoscar Hernandez unleashes a laser beam, a perfect throw to the cutoff man, a perfect relay home, and they cut the runner down at the plate. Inning over, game saved. Just incredible.
All of that tension just keeps building, and it all leads to this, the highest leverage moment of the entire night. It's the top of the 12th inning now. The Blue Jays have somehow managed to load the bases up. There are 2 outs. The game, maybe even the entire series, is hanging on a single pitch. This is where seasons are made or broken.
So if you're the Dodgers manager, what do? Who do you trust in this absolutely impossible situation? Your bullpen is stretched thin. The pressure is just immense. Who gets the ball?
Well, you call a living legend. Out of the bullpen jogs Clayton Kershaw in what everyone believes is his final season to face this unbelievable jam. I mean, come on, it's a moment straight out of a movie script.
And here's how he gets out of it. It's just brilliant. After an 8-pitch battle, Kershaw spins this perfect slider. It gets a weak swing, a little dribbler over to first base, and just like that, the inning is over. He calmly walks off the mound as the entire stadium just loses its mind. That was so much more than just an out. It was a career-defining moment.
So while Kershaw is having this incredible cinematic moment on the mound, a completely different story is unfolding at the plate, and it's all about Shohei Ohtani, who was quietly putting together one of the single greatest offensive performances in World Series history.
As this game went on and on and on, one guy just seemed to be at the plate constantly. Shohei Ohtani came up to bat 9 separate times. 9. For most players, that's a full game's worth of at-bats. And here's the part that is it's almost hard to believe. In those 9 plate appearances, he reached base all 9 times. The Blue Jays could not get him out. Not once. It was literally impossible.
I mean, this stat line tells the whole story. It's just total, complete dominance. He didn't just get on base, he was a constant threat. His 4 hits were all for extra bases, 2 homers, 2 doubles, tying a club record. And when he wasn't crushing the ball, the Blue Jays were so terrified of him, they intentionally walked him 4 times. He was the one problem Toronto had no answer for all night long.
And to really put this into perspective, listen to this. You have to go all the way back over a century to 1906 to find another player who had 4 extra base hits in a single World Series game. It was a truly historic performance.
All right, so here we are. After all the drama, the crazy lead changes, Kershaw's heroic escape, Ohtani's perfect night, the game was still tied as we headed into the bottom of the 18th inning. It had to end eventually, right?
But before we get to the final moment, another unlikely hero stepped up. A rookie reliever for the Dodgers, Will Klein, pitched 4 incredible shutout innings in his postseason debut. He ended the top of the 18th by getting out of a huge jam with runners on second and third, finishing with 72 pitches. That's a starter's workload. His absolute grit is what set the stage for the final act.
And all of that brings us to the moment every baseball player dreams about in their backyard, a chance for a walk-off home run. One swing of the bat that can end the game instantly and send everyone home in a blaze of glory.
So, in the bottom of the 18th, Freddie Freeman is at the plate. He works the count full, 3-2. And on the very next pitch, he just drills it, a towering shot to straightaway center field. The outfielder doesn't even move. And just like that, after 6 hours and 39 minutes, it was suddenly, definitively over.
Now, what's so wild about this is it's like history repeating itself, but with a twist. Back in 2018, the Dodgers also won Game 3 of the World Series in 18 innings on a walk-off homer. But here's the key difference. That 2018 win was just a brief moment of hope in a series they would go on to lose. This time, Freeman's home run didn't just win a game, it gave the Dodgers a crucial 2-1 lead in the series.
And that leaves us with this final thought. A game this epic, filled with so many signature moments, it creates this incredible wave of momentum. But the real question is, can one single game, no matter how legendary it is, actually have the power to define the outcome of an entire World Series? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.